Welcome back to the Good Enough Podcast, the penultimate episode 179. I think it's going to be a good one, and once again, thank you all for sticking around this long. My day's been pretty good. What about you, Jake? Pretty good?
Yeah, I guess we're jumping right into it. Yeah, my day's been good. Not too shabby. Been enjoying the fruits of my labor, hanging out, eating some good food, just overall
nice,
chilling.
Man.
What about you, Jackson?
Yeah, no, I've been doing really great lately. Being back home has been actually more relaxing than I anticipated. So, I'm really excited to get back to the content grind and back to doing the podcast with you guys. And yeah, man, honestly, I'm just really happy to be here and be able to do this.
Nice.
Yeah, anything else?
Could you go into detail about what you've done today?
Oh my god, I had such a crazy day.
Okay, this is me live reacting to four white devils.
What's up, guys? I'm going to have to be stepping away from my mic frequently to not eat this pile of nachos directly into my mic.
It'd be funny if you did.
I'm going to fuck the shit out of your nachos, bro. I'm going to fuck them. I'm going to fuck them with my giant fucking dick, bro. And it's going to throb inside of the nachos.
And the music starts now. There you go. Boom. Welcome to the second to last show, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn.
Get excited.
And people think that's a joke.
Get fucking excited. Well, do we look like men who joke? We don't joke here.
I've never said a single joke in my entire life.
People think
man.
this shit is a bit, but no. This is the penultimate episode. The second to last. The one before the last. The second to final. Synonyms. So, we don't fucking joke around here.
That's pretty good.
No
more fucking around, dude. It's time to get to serious business.
Dude,
First topic. War.
Dude, the fucking Pacers OKC Thunder beef has been crazy. They're going to war right now in the NBA Finals.
Damn. Like if you agree.
Yeah. Yeah. No other wars happening.
Yep.
Oh, God.
It's not like we've
Jake went
entered
to a JPEGMAFIA concert.
I saw Peggy! I went to see JPEGMAFIA.
Dude, yeah, I mean, it's not like we're entering historically just crazy times, bro.
Jake saw JPEGMAFIA.
Say fuck you, Peggy.
Fuck you, Peggy.
I went to go see JPEGMAFIA. Oh, dude. White boy better put his hands up. You bet your ass I put my hands up. Hell yeah. I went to go see JPEGMAFIA in Baltimore. Very excited. Hometown show, so I was pretty hyped for it. Made a whole trip out of it. Got a hotel and everything. And when we went to the show with a buddy, got there at the show. It was this was one of the weirdest venues I've seen Peggy in a minute. It was weirdly small. It was that was the
it was
smallest
weird.
place I've ever
His
seen.
mom was in the other room cooking everyone dinner. It was just at his house.
Her food was delicious, actually. It tasted so good. You should share the recipe. But no, it was even I saw him back in 2019, and that was a way bigger venue. This is the most intimate venue I've ever seen him in, and it's kind of cool. It was a hometown show because he's from Baltimore. The 1539 North Calvert was literally 10 minutes up the road from where I was. I visited it as well, and when he introed the song, he was like, "Yo, this song is about a place that's 15 minutes from here," and I was like, "Yeah!" Got hype as fuck. It was so sick.
Awesome.
He started the show early, and it was so sick. I went with my buddy, like I said, and we were the plan was to be in the pit together the entire time. It's not what happened. Shout out to him, but I lost him. I was in there, and I was not getting out of that bitch. I was having the time of my life. Truly, anytime I go to a JPEGMAFIA show, it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna be a human anymore. I'm just gonna fucking be a wacky, wavy, and flailing like tube man and just enjoy that shit. And this was at a weird time.
Set list?
The set list was the exact same that he did last year, which upset me a little bit. I was like, man, you just put out so much new music. Maybe switch it up a little bit. But the only two new songs he added was the 2025 the Valentine's Day freestyle. I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun. And he did Protect the Cross, and I was like, okay, that's pretty
nice.
tight. I fuck with playing that. But everything else was literally everything else was the exact same. literally. The one song I was very excited for was "God Loves You," and I'm like, oh, dude, because I fell in love with that song after I went to the last show in Philly, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm so ready for this song live now. I'm literally so ready. He plays, I'm like, let's fucking go. He cuts it off before the first chorus. He's like, whoa, y'all are scaring me. Y'all really love God. This next song is called. I'm like, no, don't skip it, please. Please don't skip it. But no, it was a pretty fucking awesome show. Once again, like, I know everyone like rags on JPEGMAFIA fans is like, oh, the fucking stinkiest fan base online. But low-key, everyone there was like really nice. Like everyone was super cool, especially like in the pit. Like you get some like weirdos who are like jumping around like shirtless, like taking this way too seriously. But there are other people that like they're falling, we're holding each other to like make sure no one like knocks over people tying their shoe. Like randomly, I'm just like wrapping my arms around two guys, and we're just like vibing back and forth to either on or off the drugs. I'm rapping people's faces. Like it was just nice.
Awesome.
It was just so. It was just a really sick show.
It's like
it was like an hour chain. Yeah, one could say. I did like accidentally hit someone very hard. I have like a scar on my wrist because when I was in the pit, there was like a circle going. I'm like, yeah, I'm joining this. So I'm running in the circle, and everyone's just like throwing their drinks, and I'm like, guys, like for the love of God. So like drink on the floor, I slip and I like fling my arm to like try and catch myself, and low-key I hit someone. I don't know if it was
imagining you falling like back comically like that, like flinging your arm.
No, literally, like this
really
was a
visual.
Gumby ass move, bro. Like,
Gumby ass move.
Literally. And then I hit someone. It was either I hit someone in the mouth or someone's fingernail like sliced my wrist. And it was the second it happened, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna bleed out and die in a Peggy pit. Oh fuck, oh no. I literally, the first thing in my head I was like, I'm dying. Oh fuck, okay, it's where it happens. But then I look and I'm like, it's okay. It's not that bad. There were a few times I was like, oh yeah, I'm dying. Like it's happening. Like it's so fucking hot in here. Like the strobe lights are going crazy. I forget what song it was, but there's literally a point where all the white lights turn on, and I'm like,
oh shit,
I'm dying. Oh fuck, all right, it's happening. I'm dying. Yeah, I'm dying. It's happening. But no, low key, fire fucking show. Wet after, not even like sweaty, wet. I was soaking wet.
Bro was drenched.
I was drenched, and then I say this because I had a master plan, right? The way it was set up, it was the fucking his tour bus was right outside the venue, so I'm like, all right, I got nothing to do tomorrow. I called off work. I'm gonna meet him. I'm gonna meet Peggy. So after the show ended, I've never camped out after a show ever in my entire life, and no clue how it worked. So I was with my one buddy. He sat back, and I was like, okay, our hotel is like a 15-minute walk. I'm going to run there. I'm going to grab the vinyl that I had in my car, and I'm going to run back. You need to call me the second Peggy like comes out. And he's like, all right, man, I got you. Bro, ran 15 minutes back after an entire hour concert.
You ran there the whole fucking way?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
You are in better shape than me, my friend.
So when I got back, I laid on the sidewalk of Baltimore, just like, like dying. And I had a joke with my friend. He has a picture of me, and I'm just like dying, sweaty, just his peak male performance. And I'm like, yeah, low key, yeah. Ran full speed, no fucking joke, there and back. And I was like, I don't know how I did it, bro. I was dying. I was so thirsty.
Pure adrenaline.
My adrenaline was through the fucking roof. And then joke's on me because we just sat there for another 45 minutes. I could have walked, got food, and came back, and still he wouldn't have come out. So whatever. But as we're standing there setting up the barricades, and then he walks by, and then I'm like, holy fuck, it's Peggy. And then I swear to God, I'm not even fucking around. He looks at me specifically as he walks by. He's like, I promise I'll be back. And then he goes in his tour bus. I'm like, oh shit.
Yo.
This is crazy. Okay, he spoke to me. This is big. And then I was being communal with people. I was talking to people to the left of me, people to the right of me. I'm like, yo, what are you doing in Baltimore? He's like, I'm here to see Peggy. I'm like, shit, so am I. Like, it was just like a fun time like that. And there were these two
Peggy
girls
came
next
out
to me.
and he said, Jake, I love your
I do not
video.
make post-rap. Yeah.
I love your post-rap video. All the comments,
I do not make
they're crazy.
post-rap.
I love you, man.
So there were two girls that were like in front of me in the line, whatever, and they were like, "Oh, when you're done, can we, with your pen, like your Sharpie, can we use it to sign it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, absolutely." So then another, I want to say, hour goes by. So I'm waiting outside for like an hour and 45. Like it's about like midnight by the time this is going on. And then the 2 girls in front of me leave like 5 minutes before it comes out. And this is very important because when he came out, he was signing people's shit. Some people were sweats, not gonna lie. Like they got entire discographies they're signing, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like
Same with the Wood Show, dude. They
discographies.
just keep pulling it out, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, dude.
I'm like, dude, I'm keeping it chill. I lay down my life for you. That's it. And people are discography signing, bro, getting pictures and all this shit. And then I mentioned the thing about the 2 girls leaving because as the guy in front of me is like getting the sign, like the security guard is tells Peggy, he's like, yo, we gotta go. And he's like, one more. And, ladies and gentlemen, I was the one more. And
wow, bro.
he walked up to me. I was in my head, much like Jackson. I was like, don't be a cornball, please. Do anything cool, please.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're such an inspiration. You're the fucking man, dude. I dap him up. He's like, hell yeah, thank you. I'm like, hey, can you sign this? He's like, absolutely. And then he signed it. I'm like, all right, I gotta have a moment with him. I gotta do something. And I know he's a big wrestling fan. So I'm like, Peggy, I don't think I've ever heard you say it, but like, I gotta know who is your favorite wrestler. Dead ass, bro. Stop signing and just stares at me for 10 uninterrupted seconds. Just like this. And I'm terrified he's gonna call me a nerd or some shit. He's like, it's gotta be CM Punk or Brock Lesnar. I'm like, dude, those are fucking awesome picks. And it was like a cute little moment, like, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, quick. And then he puts up the CM Punk hand thing, and I'm doing it too. We get a picture,
dude.
And then he was off in the night.
You gotta send the photo. You never sent it.
Yeah, you never sent the picture.
I know. I never did send the picture. Hang on, fuck. Give me.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah, hang on.
Holy fucking shit. That was probably the best. That was probably the best possible question you could have asked them.
I know.
Like, yeah, because I don't know any other JPEG Mafia fan that is also like has the wide wrestling knowledge that you do. That is required for certain
the rare combo.
Peggy tracks. I know.
Yo,
peep chat.
That's crazy.
Let me check this out.
Hell yeah, dude.
Full goth
Oh
cowboy.
my god, that is fucking awesome.
and me with Peggy. There is a video of this interaction, but it's actually really cringe. I don't want to play it, but just essentially everything I said is how it happened. Freak bitch tucking in a tan line. All right, I'm also not wearing pants, so I need to be very careful about grabbing this vinyl. Give me 1 second.
Why are you not wearing pants?
Listen, man, it's been a long day at work.
What the hell?
It's been a long day at work. Therefore,
I'm naked.
Therefore, my cock is out, bro. So, yeah.
Oh, that's
dude,
so great.
he met JPEG Mafia. That shit is crazy. They took a photo together.
Pants on, we're okay now.
What is
Yes.
it? 8 years in the making now?
Almost.
Damn.
Yo, that shit does not say JPEG Mafia. I said some
I
other
was gonna
shit.
say, what does that say?
I think it says
Peggy.
I think Peggy something. But again, my buddy was the camera guy. He recorded it happening. If that was not recorded,
Yeah,
bruh,
no one would ever know.
like this could be a Travis Scott moment. Do you see the video of Travis Scott like signing a shoe and it's literally just like a straight line?
He just like
Yeah, and if it didn't exist, no one would know it's Travis Scott. That was literally how it happened.
Dude, that is
So
so
funny,
fucking
dude.
funny.
hell yeah, dude.
Well, congrats to Jake for that big moment in his career.
Yeah, he's pretty much my boyfriend now. We're like besties. We talk about wrestling all the time.
Yeah,
you know.
and can I just say, I think a very fitting end to a podcast that we have literally talked about this guy every episode.
gonna say that,
and
yeah.
the
We
penultimate
met him.
episode, you met JPEG Mafia.
You get the chance to
met-
talk to him.
Don't we have
finally.
an episode called It was one of our first episodes. It's called
Yes.
We Met JPEG Mafia.
This episode is called We
Wow.
Actually Met JPEG
And we
Mafia.
actually did. We actually met JPEG
Hold
Mafia.
on, I
And
need
by
to-
we, I mean one of us.
Yes.
I need-
But close enough.
No, we're saying we.
we met JPEG Mafia.
It's gonna
In
run
spirit, in
well.
spirit.
But it's gonna
In
run
spirit,
well in the
none love.
algorithm.
yeah.
yeah.
No, it was
Calling JPEG Mafia gone wrong.
JPEG
That's
Mafia
what it
answered is the answer of the
JPEG Mafia answers.
He answered.
Yo, did he
It
play
was-
his amazing
he finally
EP?
picked
We
up the
live in a
call.
society.
My AI girlfriend. My AI girlfriend. Yeah, he played his best song, Is It Real, or whatever the fuck is that one song that everyone likes.
Yeah.
No, it was low-key so fucking sick. And I did get videos of me in the pit, once again, too embarrassing for me to release because it was Don't Rely on Other Men, and you can hear me just, I hear you with that! Just like screaming at the top of my fucking lungs.
To be fair, that stuff like that happens, I feel like, anytime you go to a concert that you're just a huge fan of the person, like, you're going to have an experience like that. And and moments like that are not meant to be videoed of you.
Yeah.
The performers, yes, like, that's fine. Like, I don't have any issue if someone's like videoing like a performer. Like, they're literally up there to be watched and like perform for people. You know what I mean? But like, no one's filming the crowd. Like, watching a video of yourself like react to something is like weirdly humbling in the most like bizarre way. I don't know how to describe it.
No, because I'm like, oh, dude, I was so cool during Don't Rely on the Man.
Man,
I
was throwing people.
I'm like, yo, I totally wasn't, bro. I was a total cornball. It wasn't even cool at all. And my friend told
really
me,
old. Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, all I was gonna say is a friend said, he was like, yeah, dude, when I was in the pit, I was like, yeah, I'm just vibing. But then after, I was like, yeah, I actually got to watch Peggy perform. I'm like, yo, I don't think I watched him do anything. This could have been just like
I was just
PA.
experiencing.
This could have been just a PA system with the songs playing, and I could have just been jumping around.
Bro had an outer body experience. That happened to me.
Loki did.
That happened to me at Black Midi whenever I saw them for the first time. It was like they played The Magician for the first time back before it was a creep song.
Yeah, that's like one of the best moments I've ever had.
And I was literally in the front, next to the stage, in the middle. So, like, if they looked down, I would have been the first person that they saw. And the whole time, I was, like, listening to it, and I was like, man, I'm, like, really enjoying this. And then I go back to my friends, and they were like, Luke, one, you were taller than every single other person in the front, so you were very clearly visible. But the entire time, you looked like this. Imagine that for 12 minutes.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, again,
seeing that show live is, I'm like, I feel like like an old man reminiscing, but damn, dude, that was like a once in a lifetime moment.
Dude,
just forget everything else.
I've ever seen. Dude, forget.
No one else exists. No one else exists. It is just you and the magician. That is it. That's it.
Dude, you and the magician. Dude, that's what it was. But just going back to what we were saying earlier, but like when you hear yourself at a show, like it kind of breaks the fourth wall. Like I remember the first time I saw Peggy, it was probably it might have been back in 2019 too, maybe a little later. It was like right after. Fuck, what was right after? It might have been just before LP, something like that. Okay. But it was. I remember it was like my first time ever seeing him live. I'm so hyped, and I go home and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. Like I was getting so hyped, like for Rainbow Six and all that. And it gets like the white boy better put his hands up, and I'm in the crowd and I sound like the squeakiest little goober that has ever existed. White boy better put his hands up, right, guys? Like, just like so, like the worst shit ever, dude. Horrible. Oh god.
I think those moments are what we live for, bro. We live for that.
I think you guys want to hear a true story? I think the most cringe thing I've ever done at a concert. It was the first concert I ever went to. It was my freshman going into my sophomore year of high school. I saw Brockhampton at a cool venue in Cincinnati. And I think I've explained this before, but it was right after Amir got kicked out. But it was before Iridescence came out. And so they were performing all of their songs like without the Amir verse, essentially. They just would cut it out, right? And I remember me literally saying to someone next to me, who, to be fair, they didn't know. I had heard them say to me earlier in the concert, they didn't know why Amir was there. They didn't know. And so I lean over to them right as soon as Amir verse would be played and then was not played. And I say to them, don't rap the Amir verse.
Oh, no. Oh, no,
and then in the moment, it was not a big deal at all, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah," like that was it. But I think back about that, and I'm like, "Why did I say that?"
Dude, that shit will haunt. That shit will haunt you forever.
Dude. And I know for a fact. The funniest part is, I know for a fact that that motherfucker does not remember that shit at all. Like
he
this
doesn't
is
care.
just a me thing, but
Yeah.
being cringe at
Yeah.
a concert, man, it's fun.
And can you believe it? He would never work with another Brockhampton member again. Isn't that crazy, guys?
Isn't that nuts? Why
wild.
would they? They kicked him out of the band for sexual assault.
Yeah, it's like it would be kind of strange
Damn.
for them to get back together in like
kinda
some sort of
fucked up, really.
Brockhampton ripoff group of some kind.
Who would do such a thing? Yeah, concerts are pretty
maybe
epic.
Quedeca is involved
right,
somehow.
Jackson?
Yeah, concerts are epic. I saw Shearling last night, guys. I saw Shearling. Sprain Revival Band.
Yo,
Shearling.
Yo, total short circuit moment.
Oh yeah. No, I went to go see. They were opening for a band called Swan Dive. I was not there to see Swan Dive, although they were pretty good. It was a very odd like setup because they were. It was like the first opening band, and then Shearling, and then the headline like Swan Dive, and both Swan Dive and the opening act kind of do like. Just kind of like normal, like not really experimental in that kind of way. Just kind of like punk, like emo stuff, like a little bit like Midwest emo twinge, kind of just like, you know, very classic, like modern baseball-y type shit. And it was very good, but I don't know if you guys still have listened to the record. It is, and I mean, again, I don't like throwing this term around very much because it's been like kind of like overthrown. But it is experimental. Like it is very out there and heavy. And I'm like, dude, all these
Shit's
like
post genre.
Yeah,
post genre.
Would you call it post blank?
All of these fucking, 18-year-old high schoolers who were here to see like Acolyte, who's the opening band, and Swan Dive are about to. I don't think they understand what's about to happen. Because Shearling comes on, dude, and they just do. Most of the album, like it's just kind of they just do it, and it was so good. It was like unbelievable. They are so cohesive. I feel like I have such a better understanding of the record now that I saw them live. They did some unreleased stuff, or so they said after it was over. Like I kind of like haven't heard the album enough times and like identified the songs to know. But it was crazy, dude. I mean, like live sampling on stage and organs, and like there's one moment where like the whole band stops playing and they pull out sleigh bells and a cowbell and do like a little like jungly thing. Like it was so good. And then it got like the perfect like what do you call it?
Crescendo.
Crescendo.
Great word.
Towards the end where. There's a moment where there's 3 guitar players in the band. There's 3 guitar players, a bassist, and a drummer. And all the guitar players take a drumstick and put it at like the base of their guitar and then just start like shredding with it at the same time. It was so cool. And the show ends with Alex throwing his guitar on the floor and hitting it with a drumstick. And every time he hits it, the whole band does like a bow, 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 and it just kept going. Dude, my neck is so sore right now, dude. I was throwing my head around like a baseball. I mean, I just kind of lost control of myself.
So I'm not gonna do it, but
and it was it was very strange because there was like very clearly like 7 or 8 people at the venue who were there to see Shearling, and everyone else was kind of just like,
What's up?
like
Huh?
what the fuck is going on? It was so good, dude. Like it was just really fucking good. It was really good. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Shout out Shearling. They put on a fucking killer show. Yeah, incredibly talented. I mean, the playing is so technical that like there were so many moments where like the whole band is facing into the stage to like look at each other for cues because it's just like you have to be there with each other. It was very interesting.
let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah,
let's
and that's
go.
the story.
That's the whole.
We gotta love that shit.
And that's the truth, Ruth.
And that's
So yeah, that's my time with Shearling, and shout out to them. And you guys, seriously, dude, you guys have to listen to the new album. There's 0 other things I can think of like it.
0.
Well, not really. It is, according to Alex, somewhat inspired by the Ground Zero stuff, Pekingese opera. So keep it out, man.
It's someone inspired by the 1975 favorite band.
Yeah, inspired by the 1975, inspired by Mac DeMarco. Make sure you guys check that out.
Inspired by
the album.
Yeah.
all your favorite bands from 2016. You already know Chance the Rapper coloring book. Lots of inspiration from that record.
A lot of all-American trash, Brockhampton era.
Release any other music ever?
Chance
the
the
Big
Rapper.
Day.
Yeah, the Big Day.
Yeah,
The
Chance
Big
the
Day.
Rapper. Well, I mean, after the Big Day. Was that the
I feel
last
like
one?
he was dropping some singles that were teasing an album that just never happened.
Yeah,
I
and then
feel
it
like.
never happened.
It never happened.
Yeah, it never happened. He did a Christmas album. I didn't know that. He did a Christmas album.
Okay, fun.
in
Merry
2020
Christmas, Lil Mama. The
With-
gift that keeps on
with a-
giving. With Jeremiah.
with a Hannibal Buress feature on track 2.
the fuck?
Interesting.
Okay.
What the hell is this, dude? I've never heard of this.
Time to play that shit immediately.
Well, shit, man.
Do you guys have anything else, like topic, like just anything you want to talk about before?
How long is what Luke is planning?
I don't know.
Has
I don't
anyone
know.
listened to any new music to go over real quick? Since this is a music podcast.
I have not actually. So
Ooh.
I've listened to a few things. I listened to the new Stereolab album, Instant Holograms on Metal Film. Pretty fucking sick with it. I'm not really gonna spoil it too much, but it's a great album. I don't think either of you have like really listened to Stereolab like that. I don't know if it's like a good like first album, but it's really chill. It's definitely up my alley, which I rock with.
damn.
I listened to the new King.
I saw a Stereolab in Bellingham. They played one chord for 15 minutes.
Yo, for real?
It's kind of epic.
It's pretty cool.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, I remember that arc. So King Giz and the Lizard Wizard released an album, Phantom
King
Island.
Giz and the Liz Wiz.
It's their orchestra album. They had an orchestra play on the album, and it was. I liked it quite a bit, actually. I thought they honestly did a pretty good job for what it was. And then
Damn, shocking.
this is I was listening to Projector by Geese because I've been going through a huge Geese Cameron Winter phase, obviously, and their debut Projectors, an album that I had listened to but just never really like listened to it that much. Dude, I used to play Fantasies/Survival off of that album all the time on my radio show, and I had no fucking clue it was Geese whenever I first like played it. I had no
Surprise
clue.
Geese feature.
The Geese?
It was the Geese, bro. But yeah,
Geese.
that shit was crazy. And then this one, you're either gonna be like, oh, I've never heard it, but I know what it is, or you're gonna be like, oh, that shit fucks. But I finally listened to. Sorry, there's just
The
a
cops are
loud.
honing in. while
Dude,
you describe
they're
this.
chasing my ass, bro.
A white
learned
boy cannot have this
They
much
learned
scrap,
about
this swag.
everything that I've done. But I finally listened to All Things Must Pass by George Harrison, which is
Mr. Beetle.
Yeah.
the Beatle. Dude, shocking. Great album. Like shocking. The Beatles make good music, I guess. But it's just
that
like,
doesn't sound like them.
no,
Who would
but
have known?
but no, yeah, it was really good. I would definitely check it out if you guys get the chance to. It's really chill.
I've only listened to one George Harrison album, and it is electronic sound.
Have you not listened to
did you listen to
Cloud
that?
9?
I don't know, bro.
Did
I
you
do not
Cloud
know.
Cloud 9's got the coolest cover of all time on it.
Dude, Cloud 9 is
I'll
a
be
fucking
the judge of
awesome
that.
cover.
You're joking,
So
right?
fucking sick.
Dude, it kind of sucks, but in an awesome
come on.
way.
Yeah, dude,
It's
it goes
kinda
hard.
awesome.
Like put
It's
like,
cornball
like-
swag, yeah.
No, it's
yeah,
awesome.
but like in such a cool way though. Like he
Yeah.
makes it rock, dude. Only a Beatle could get away with that shit.
Fact.
No, for real.
Fact.
That shit
So
is
fucking
awesome. But yeah, those are the albums that I've been listening to.
I listened to Turnstile, Baby's First Hardcore. The new album came out, Never Enough. And Baby's First Hardcore. Baby was hardcoring. It's a fun little jaunt. I like that it confirmed. Turnstile Summer and deconfirmed. Loki, it's kind of fun, you know. I'd be listening to some shit. I like how they get funky on here. Loki, there's just straight up like experimental noise passages on here. I'm like, okay, this could be the coolest shit of all time if
Hell
I
yeah.
actually did something with it. But like the second half of Dull, I'm like, oh, this is like so fucking hard. I wish they did anything with it. But
Yeah.
you know, other than that, it's a fun groove. Like I fuck with it. I'd be listening to it. And low key, guys, get excited! It is a Turnstile Summer. That's really the only album I listen to. I have a bunch of singles. I was listening to some. I was in indie sleaze era at my job, and I was listening to some Sky Ferreira. She made on my playlist. New Joey Valance and Bray featuring JPEGMAFIA.
What's up?
Kind of
What's
fucking, kind of sick. It kind of fucking rocks. And I'm gonna pretend he doesn't diss Earl Sweatshirt on that song. I'm just gonna pretend. Just gonna really try hard not to read.
Oh, he
the
does on
lyrics.
the song too.
Oh, hell fucking yeah. He name drops Earl and he says, "How are you 20 when you look 40? You don't change up your sound." I'm like, man, what are we doing, guys? Come on,
Damn.
bro. On wax.
That's the Joe
on
Budden
wax.
line, dude. That's
I know.
the T-shirt Buttons line, dude. He got him with it. Fuck.
Yep. There's also a. Oh wait, no. I might recommend that for book club. I don't know. And low key, this might be a controversial one. The new 21 Pilots, kind of fucking awesome.
You say this every time, dude.
I know.
You say this
I know.
every time.
I know.
I think
I know.
I think you're just a fan.
I think you just like 21 Pilots.
I
at
think
this
I
point,
do.
Dude.
Yeah,
Like, you're a fan.
I'm not.
That's
I'm not,
fine.
I'm not saying I don't like 21 Pilots. I've never said I don't like 21 Pilots. I'm a fan. They bring me back to a time that I enjoy, and this one, low key, kind of goes a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The auto-tune chorus is a bit of a hood, like what the fuck. But like everything else, like the breakbeat drums is like kind of fucking sick. Not gonna lie.
You're talking about
So,
what did they just release?
the
Breach?
contract.
The contract? Oh, it's
Breach is older.
I was about to say like I thought you were talking about an album. It's just a song.
Nah, yeah, just a track. Yeah, no, Breach is the album. The contract is the song, and it is kind of sick. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dope.
Oh,
Damn, man.
Maybe
checked the
we all
windows.
gotta check it out, bro.
maybe we do.
Can we the play? I still haven't listened to Clancy.
I like Clancy. I like it a lot. I do.
You're a fan, bro. You just gotta admit
I
it.
am. I'm a fan. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm gonna say it. And
Hashtag
Loki,
fan.
You like
they-
Scaled and Icy, bro. I mean, you
Bro.
just like their music. I think.
listen, man. Listen. Yes. If I feel like I should see 21 Pilots live because I'm low-key going through all of their albums. I'm like, damn, I like a majority of these songs on all these
Look,
albums.
I mean,
think
here's the
need to see
thing.
them live.
I can't speak obviously on like any of their new stuff, but I saw them when they were touring Blurry Face, and unironically, they are phenomenal performers. Like they put on a great.
They seem like
great
they
show.
have the sauce. They seem like they got it.
They do have the sauce. Confirmed. Yeah, confirmed.
Yeah, so maybe I will just fully embrace my 21 Pilot fandom and just see them live. I think it's time.
Hit it.
My name's
Huge.
Blurry Face and
Well, I haven't been listening to anything new, so Luke, I'm turning
Take
the
it
reins over.
away.
Well, guys, there's something that I've never done on this podcast, and that's make a game.
Luke host arc. In the penultimate episode, the first and only time Luke will ever host.
With
the
30
Game
seconds
podcast.
left to spare, Luke is the host.
Rebound, Bosch, pass it to Allen. Bang, bang. We'll see. All right. Who would like to run the PowerPoint?
Loki.
Oh yeah, right. You're
You're
recording.
gonna have to share your screen.
I can do it,
because
I can do
I'm
it, I can do it.
recording. Yeah. So there you
Yo,
go.
I'm not. This ain't even off my new computer, gang. This one is clinging on to life because I don't know how to connect my camera to the new one. So
Yeah.
we rock with
I
that
got it.
shit.
My name's Blurry Face.
Blurry face, and I do really care what you think.
Yo.
Bring.
I just broke my car radio. I'm sorry. I will never be able to like that song. Car radio.
Yeah, that one didn't.
Jackson, I will stand in solidarity as a 16-year-old in my grocery store job. That shit hit. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was.
It did,
hard.
dude. When you were like 14 and in like middle school and shit, and it was like, damn. And now I do just sit in silence. He's right.
He's right. Yo, he's right. All right, Jackson, I'm
He's
giving
got
you
a point.
permission. I'm giving you permission to.
Huge.
So there you go. Just gave you permission to open the whatever the fuck I sent you. There are 20 blank pages. So
Oh my god, dude, this so many blank slides. Okay, hold on, wait. Let me
You're,
get
you're
this presenter mode.
taking the Jake approach to not spoil the opening slide.
I had to.
Okay, nobody.
yeah.
Jake, don't dox me. Jake, don't dox me.
You're not sharing your screen, bruh.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Hold on.
You ain't sharing your screen, bruh.
Yo,
Oh, wait,
bro.
I can do this now. Hold on, wait.
Bro,
Pause.
you-
Wait,
yo,
fall back,
you
fall
ain't-
back, fall back.
You ain't not
Wait,
sharing
that
your
ass fall
screen,
back, fall
bro.
back.
Fall back.
Bro, fall back. I'm working on it.
Fall back.
Yeah, bro. What's going on?
Fall in line, would you say? Fall in line. Ooh. Bring.
All right.
That work? Are we in?
That did work.
We're in.
Huge.
All I see
Jackson,
is
I
work.
need
I'm
you
gonna
to
start clicking.
I need you to click through as soon as you see some shit. Stop clicking immediately.
Click to add title.
Anything, like if you see anything at all, stop. It's just
Anything.
the void right now. I'm all alone. Hey,
Oh,
There we go.
hey.
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 I hope you're all doing well. I know this is new for a lot of you. You know, me doing a presentation like this as a game. So, yeah. You can move on to the next slide. So the Good Enough podcast is ending. We've said this multiple times now. You know, we've had
The recap.
179 funny, enjoyable, and funny episodes of, you know, three white guys talking, shooting the shit, talking about everything: music, movies, TV shows, balls, cock, music, and other random topics. It was a crazy ride. And I think, I don't know, it's just, you know, I wanted to do something that would commemorate, you know, the podcast well, to end it. You can go to the next
I
slide.
have no idea what the fuck is going on right now.
So we show our friendship a lot on the podcast, but we obviously, you know, we can't show everything. You know, there are plenty of things that we do outside of the podcast that you all don't see. Shockingly, we don't actually hate each other when we aren't doing the podcast. We talk a lot.
Speak for yourself, though.
We'll text, we'll call, and you would think we know each other really well, right? Next slide. Now introducing Who Wrote That Message? A game created by Luke Stone, aka the creator of Luke on Demand,
this
also
is awesome.
the musician behind the critically acclaimed EP There's Always Another Year by Luke Stone, who's also a member of the Good Enough podcast. You can go on.
Oh my God.
You may be asking, what is Who Wrote That Message? The next slide should explain it. So here are the game rules. I'm going to show the two of you a random
my
message from one of our many group chats. This could be from Instagram, Snapchat, iMessage, Discord, anything. To not spoil where the message is from, not that you have to guess where it's from because that's not a part of the game, but I just wrote it in quotes, which you'll see later. So the two of you will then have as much time as you want to guess who wrote that message. The only possible people it could be is the three of us, Luke, Jackson, and Jake. There's not going to be any trick answers here, so don't expect, like, you know, whenever we do, you know, the Pitchfork game or what, the Pitchfork Invitational, like, there's not going to be any ties or anything like that, you know. No trick to answers. It's going to be
straightforward.
It's one of the three of us.
Rest in peace to the Pitchfork Invitational.
So if you if you guess who wrote that message correctly, you will receive 1 point, and there are 10 messages in total that I'll be sharing with you today. Whoever has the most points at the end will win. If you lose, there will be a punishment, and I think the two of you should be prepared for a punishment.
Okay.
Because it will immediately begin as soon as you lose. So,
Oh my God, the instant punishment.
Name
It's-
Oh no, dude.
100
If this is naming 100 women again, dude, I'll kill myself.
No,
I'll
it's
actually
not
kill
that.
myself.
It's not that. It's not that. It's something that involves the podcast in some way. I won't spoil it.
All right,
but-
by the way, I still haven't lived down putting Sabrina Carpenter before my girlfriend. That is still a topic of conversation that comes up often.
Nah. You did what you had to do, man.
Hey, you were put in a tough situation.
Tough.
I have to
I
give
was
you.
put in a
Yeah,
bind.
there was a lot of stress.
There was a lot of stress.
Be prepared for a tiebreaker only if necessary.
If necessary, copy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull up my note app, and Jackson, you can go ahead and click to the next slide, and we can go ahead and get started. So, want to make this very clear. Context
Sweet.
may or may not be provided whenever I show the who wrote the message after. So just be ready. Jackson, Jake, you can click on. Let's go. Are you guys ready? So this is the first message. It's Quote, loading, suicide. Who wrote that message?
I don't know, but that's hilarious. That's so fucking funny.
Loading.
Oh my god, dude.
So are we doing? How are we doing this? Like, who says it first, or like
Either one of you can say it first.
Okay, wait. I have a question. Is this the message exactly it was written? Like, is the capitalization and punctuation
everything is the
way it was
exact
written?
same? Everything is the
Okay.
exact same. I did not change
All right.
anything.
I will begin. I am very confident that this is me. I'm very confident this is a me thing that I said.
Any reasoning behind that, or what's
What's
the thought
Yeah, do you want to talk about it, Jake?
Any reasoning?
Are you okay? If it is you,
yeah. I feel like I've been doing like I feel like I feel like this is just how I talk. I will say, and I will go for the bonus point. I will say, since this feels kind of, I feel like this is a recent bit I've been doing.
Okay,
like,
hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce something.
Okay.
I will
The last minute
introduce.
edition.
I will introduce a bonus point system if you can explain the context.
Oh, bro.
You
So
will
we
get-
can get
Oh,
3
wow.
points.
No. You can get up to 2.
Oh.
It's just one
Okay.
extra point.
I thought if we guessed the where it was sent, we get an extra point.
Oh no. He said that
No,
there
alright.
wasn't anything.
No,
Okay.
if you can,
Alright,
if
copy.
you can guess the context.
All right, I'm saying me, and oh fuck, I have literally no clue. I have literally no idea. I don't want to say nothing. That's like putting like a free answer blank on a quiz.
Yeah.
So I guess. Oh, dude, I don't even know. I'll
This
say
is tough. This could be anything.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know. I'll
so
say
many things that make Jake want to kill himself. It could really
know.
could be anything at all.
I will say it was in the regards to the JPEGMAFIA Earl Sweatshirt beef. I feel like this is something I would say regarding that.
Okay, Jackson.
Yeah, I also 100% think that this is Jake. Oh man, I'm gonna say that the context for this is like I can't think of a specific one, but like I think it may have to do something with like Jake missing out on a concert. Like Jake, like Jake heard that there was a concert that was happening. Like
often.
I didn't make it to this concert that's happening in like Baltimore, or whatever.
That's a good
Something.
one. Yeah,
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's my
are
guess.
those your all's final guesses?
that will be.
Yeah, that's my final guess.
Jackson, you can click forward. It was in fact Jake. The context was that Taco Bell was closed.
That makes so much more sense, though.
It was after. It was after. It was
That's your
after.
contact photo for Jake.
Yeah, it is. It was a podcast recording had just ended. I said I was going to Taco Bell. Jake said he was also going, and his Taco Bell was closed, which he then said loading suicide in response to. However, you both get 1 point.
Dude, I remember this day, bro. I was so fucking
Oh
mad.
my god, I remember this because we were talking all episode about Taco Bell, and I think I even maybe had some on air, and then you were like, "Oh, I'm so excited to eat this Taco Bell." It was closed.
Dude, I went to go get Wendy's after. It was the worst shit ever.
Dude. All right,
The
dude.
ultimate downgrade,
Can,
dude.
can,
Oh
can
my
I can I
God.
say something? Anytime you go to Wendy's because you chose to go to Wendy's, it's pretty good. But anytime you choose to go to Wendy's because another place
Dude,
closes,
it is the worst thing.
It is the
Shit from a
absolute
butt, dude.
worst. Anyway, well,
that's so
congrats to
fucking
you
funny.
two. You did
That's so
did
good.
get the first guess
Oh,
correct. You just
fuck,
didn't get the
that's
context. So
funny,
it's
dude.
a tied
Holy shit.
game, 1-1. You can move on to the next message.
Holy fuck.
All on black.
All on fire.
Black. Okay.
Hold on, 1 second. Jake, you can start talking if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll go through it. All right. I have a feeling this is okay, this wasn't me. I feel like this was either I feel like this is either Jackson or Luke. Obvious, right? He's the only other two that are here. Did anyone go on a?
It's not
I'm trying
me,
to think
but-
if anyone. I'm trying to think if anyone went on like a Vegas. I feel like I remember Jackson saying something about him going on a Vegas trip like a year or two ago, and maybe Luke was responding to something Jackson said in regards to a Vegas trip that he went on with his friends. So I'm gonna say this is Luke responding to something in regards to Jackson going on a trip to Las Vegas.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna say that this is me, only because this isn't like a phrase that I use often, but it's a phrase that my roommate says often, or my old roommate, I guess now. He does that bit all the time of like, put it all on black. So I think that maybe like I had picked that up at some point. As for the context, you know what? Fuck. Why would I have said this?
Well, apparently it could be Taco Bell closed. It's truly anyone's game. It could really be for anything.
I'm gonna say that it had to. I'm gonna say that it had to do with fuck, man. Like gambling the Patreon money. That's what I'm going to say. I think it has something to do with gambling away
the Patreon money?
The Patreon money.
Nice.
Which, by
That
the way, if you
Jackson.
guys want to support us, you can totally support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
$5 a month. You get access to bonus content and exclusive Discord servers and a book club that we do weekly. And yeah.
Let's go.
Jackson gambling the Patreon money, which he usually does.
Yeah.
Which is, a very common occurrence.
Well, is that
all right.
is that final guess from the two of you?
I think
Yes.
that's my final guess, yeah.
Yes.
You can click to see the answer. It was in fact Jackson.
Oh!
Jackson, the context, I kind of cut it out. But the context, the context was Jackson was, this is public information, but you had just received a very expensive camera that would be rentable through your camera company that cost $32,000. And Jake said, we're hyped about that, man. I'm really glad that you guys got to see that through. Congrats for real. And we're congratulating you on the good business proposition. Jake says, but hear me out.
Look at
Take
that.
those 32 bands to the casino, triple that shit. Jackson, all on black.
So I did mention a casino. Would we count
Okay, that's the bear. We both mentioned casinos technically. That's where you go to put
Alright.
all
Jake,
not
I'm
counting
sorry.
that shit.
I don't think that counts. I'm sorry.
That's fair. That was a stretch. I was trying.
And Jackson, your profile photo is the you with the
infamous-
photo. It's
the
that's
infamous photo.
that's just my
The
favorite.
infamous.
I took
but
that
we
photo.
didn't even fucking mention this, but the mullet's gone, guys. Damn.
Oh yeah, mullet.
Damn,
gone.
bro, the mullet
R.I.P. the
is
mullet.
gone.
R.I.P.
Shit.
mullet. Get
and now we're
excited.
moving on from that.
Getting absolutely dicked down.
Okay, I think I'm very confident who this was. Here,
Is it bad
Jackson.
that I kind of feel like this could be any of us?
Here, Jackson. Since I went first for the past two, I'll let you go first.
I mean, I feel like statistically, it should be Luke. Only because we've already said me and Jake already. Getting absolutely dicked down. I feel like. Yeah, we gotta start saying this out loud for. I always forget that this is an audio podcast as well. This one says getting absolutely dicked down.
This one says.
Currently, we're on message number 3, which reads, "quote Getting absolutely dicked down."
Oh man, I'm just gonna go with Luke.
Shout out to
I really
audio
do.
listeners,
I think
The
that there's
group
like
chat
a
gets leaked to the
25 yeah, I think there's like a 25% chance that this is actually me saying this. You know what? I think I did say this. You know what? I'm gonna go with me. That was what my gut said initially. I think I said this.
All right.
Context.
Oh, and for the context, I think this was me like talking about being in a mosh pit. That was the context in my opinion. I was like getting absolutely dicked down in the mosh pit, which does not sound any better.
All right, I'm gonna want to say, fuck. See, I was originally gonna go with Jackson because I thought for sure he was gonna go with Luke, but we'll spice it up.
Dude.
We'll spice it up. I'll go with Luke.
Oh, dude,
And
we flipped.
I know, and I will say the context is getting absolutely dicked down. I will say fuck. Again, so many scenarios. Okay, I will keep it vague, but also kind of specific. He was. This is in regards to seeing a movie that absolutely like fucked him up. Like this is a movie or like a show
got
or
absolutely
something.
dicked down by cinema.
By cinema, yeah. That is okay. That's what I say.
Okay.
All right.
I
Final
will
answers.
fully accept that.
Well, I'll tell you all right now. Neither of you correct. You can click to the next slide. It was
fucking
Jake.
No way.
The context here is that I was on the podcast
Dude,
talking.
what is this conversation?
I was on the podcast talking about me interviewing on my radio show at the time the YouTuber Quentin Reviews, and you guys were making fun of the fact that I was like talking about the fact that I was like hyped to meet him, and Jake
my
goes,
God.
story ending, they fuck, getting absolutely dicked down. Jackson,
did I
can't wait
say
for the
that,
part where
dude?
Luke gets the fuck.
Dude, the group chat got leaked the game, dude. The group chat got
Jackson,
leaked the game.
They totally fucked. Head. There's actually more that I cut out, which hold on.
I can only
Thank God.
imagine.
This isn't the worst of it?
I can only
Oh my
imagine what the
God.
rest is.
No,
Holy fuck.
there's I joined in after the fact, actually on the bit.
Dude, I have
this is
quite
horrible.
literally zero memory of this. Holy fucking
Yeah, no,
shit.
me either. Can't wait for the Luke's throat fucked. Oh man.
Anyway, you guys can
That's
move on to
horrible.
message number 4. Let's check out message
here
number
it
4,
is.
man.
Quote.
Here it is. Boom.
Plus
Plus
she's
she's
hot,
hot.
so that's a plus.
So that's a plus.
Oh no.
This
we are
may
in
be-
hot water on this one.
This may be my favorite one on here.
Plus, she's hot, so that's a plus. A real wordsmith here. Okay. Yeah, now I got zero clue. Plus, she's hot, so that's a plus.
What do you guys think?
I'll go first. I think that maybe I'm gonna go. Oh fuck.
I want to make it very clear too, if the last one from 2022 was not an example, this is all of our history. This can be from any time.
History.
Okay, I'm gonna go that Luke said this, and I'm gonna say that he said this when announcing that he was like seeing a girl, like he was telling us about a girl that he was dating, and he was like, plus she's hot, so that's a plus. I'm not gonna specify which or who, because I don't know when this was sent, but I think that's specific enough.
Okay, I will say, once again, I also thought Luke, but I'll switch it up just to be different. I'll say Jackson. I feel like this is in regards to fuck, I don't know. Maybe like I don't know why, but this feels like a Georgia Ellery situation. Like we're talking about.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
Oh no! Please, I really don't think I said that. Please God, don't let that be what this is about.
I feel like
I'll be so embarrassed.
I feel like that's what it is.
Oh no!
So your guess is Jackson?
I'm gonna say Jackson.
Okay.
Georgia
Jackson
Ellery
in reference
related.
specifically to Georgia Ellery.
And Jackson, you said me, and it was in reference to...
To seeing a woman recently and describing her to us.
Seeing a woman. Period.
Okay. Is that final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Next slide. Jackson is correct, and he also gets the bonus points because that's exactly what I was doing here. I said, guys, new potential Luke relationship just dropped. We're just talking right now, but we're connecting very, very well, so that's cool. Plus, she's hot, so that's a plus. Jackson said, send pic of her. And then he fell right into the trap, and I sent a photo of his own mother.
I don't want the bonus points for this. I don't want the bonus points.
And the best part is that the photo I sent, I intentionally made extra blurry, and I made it to where Jackson was visible in the corner still. We can also blur the photo.
yeah, editing Jake blur this image.
Time
It's just a
code.
picture of my. It's just a picture of my mom, and she looks beautiful.
56.
But I don't think.
Time code.
I want to apologize to Jackson's mom, who I really doubt is listening to this right now.
Oh
But
my god!
It was simply for a prank, and I just wanted the screenshot. and it just so, and I was looking for messages. I was looking for messages to screenshot, and I found this, and I immediately started laughing hysterically. That
so fucking funny.
Game over.
Oh, God.
one thing I would add is that whenever I was writing
Insta-killed.
this earlier, my girlfriend was next to me, and she was like, "What is that about? You wrote that message?" And then I explained it to her, and she was like, and she didn't want to admit it, but she found it very funny.
It was funny.
Well, Jackson, you now have a very big lead, 4-1.
Big
Jackson.
Shit.
There are 6 messages left, so we can move
lock in.
on to message number 5,
Huge.
which
Anything can
is,
happen.
quote, "Go out and buy a gallon of chocolate for you to always have."
Dude, what could the context of this
Bro,
possibly be?
what kind of Willy Wonka ass
Go
combo
out
are we
and
having?
buy a gallon of chocolate for you
Here.
to always have.
I have to. The way you read that was so fucking funny. I have to pee. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. You want to start this one, Jake?
Bro, what the fuck?
Dude, this one
Okay.
could go. This one's vague enough to go in any direction at all.
Yes,
By the way, before the show started, Luke was like, "This might be too easy."
Dude, I
have
what the
no idea.
fuck? Dude, I don't remember what I had for dinner last
I
night,
know.
let alone the
Oh,
text
God.
messages from fucking 4 years ago. Go out and buy a gallon of chocolate for you to always have. I have literally no fucking clue. No fucking idea. Luke's not here, so I can't really explain my my ideas. I guess I could just say it and then say it again.
I mean, you can. It's not.
I-
super important.
I will say. Damn, I also have to piss. I'm gonna say me. Go out and buy a gallon of chocolate for you to always have. You were also gonna say me.
I was also gonna say you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say
tough.
me. Well, again, in theory, you could just pick the exact same thing as me and gridlock me and guarantee a win. But
Yeah, but that's so lame. That's so lame.
good answer. Yeah, I'm gonna say me. Go out and buy a gallon of chocolate for you to always have. I have no fucking idea. Me, and I'll say fucking. I don't know, dude. Chocolate. I want to say
Chocolate.
fuck, I don't know. Maybe it was like Valentine's Day or some shit, and like
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I was gonna say you, and my thought was that like you're always
Back. Do you guys have
Okay,
some answers?
No, we don't. Jake said he thinks it's himself, and I was
think
saying that I was
it's
gonna
I.
say Jake, but I probably won't. But I was gonna say Jake because I feel like you're always eating like a weird protein thing, and I feel like this might have been in reference to one of those like weird like protein ice creams or protein like random shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'm gonna switch it up and actually say this was me talking to you about some kind of chocolate thing that you've been eating lately.
Okay, and I said it's myself referring to someone like getting chocolate for like Valentine's Day or some shit.
Dude, this is a really fucking difficult one. This is
Yeah, this is impossible, bro.
So
Yeah.
so that's
But we're
final
locking
answers
that in.
from the two of you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
well, unfortunately, the two of you are both wrong. You can click
my
to the next
God.
message. It was me.
Go
Where
out and buy a gallon
I
of
had
chocolate.
bought a gallon of chocolate milk, and I said, "Go
Why
out
didn't
and
you
buy."
say chocolate milk? Why did you say chocolate?
Yeah, I know that was a
Right,
difficult
nothing.
one. Jackson still leads 4-1.
Damn, message number 6. We blew it on that one.
Quote: "The unemployed friends at 3 p.m. on a Monday."
Okay. So
I instantly know who this is.
Really? Would
Yeah,
you like to go
offer it.
first? Would you like to go first?
Dude, it was Jake. This is 100% Jake. This is I don't know how to describe it, but this is exactly how Jake texts in like in like statements. Where like you'll like send something and he'll just be like a sentence like this, like the unemployed friend on a 3 p.m. or like you know what I mean, like type of shit you see on a Sunday afternoon. Like that's very much like a Jake core text.
Very statement.
So
Okay.
I think that this is Jake, and I think that it's in reference to like one of us doing like editing a video.
Okay. I will. Okay. I also think this is me. And since I'm losing, I feel comfortable kind of also piggybacking on me as well.
That's fine.
But I'll swap up the bonus point that I could possibly receive. I will say it's referring to, this has to be recent because I feel like the unemployment arc was very like recent.
Yeah.
What's some goofy
recent.
shit that I could remember? Like you said editing, so I got to switch up editing. Like
Yeah.
what's something like goofy that Jackson could be doing? Fuck. I don't know. Goofy friend can be doing. Holy shit, this is fucking hard. Unemployed friend, 3 p.m. on a Monday. Okay, I will say it is in regards to Jackson traveling somewhere. Like Jackson is just like traveling to like a really weird spot, or he's like, check out this
My journey to
destination.
a weird
Yeah, check out this.
Peep out this
Bro's
destination.
traveling.
Yeah, check out the destination. Yeah.
Peep
And
the
I
technique.
will say I said this, and it's regarding Jackson at an interesting destination.
All right. So final guesses. You both think it's Jake, and you both have different context guesses.
Here we go.
click,
3, 2, 1.
and you're both wrong. It was Jackson.
what?
Whoa!
Jake sent that.
Oh my god, I was so gross. Ew.
He was fucking trashed.
Dude,
and
that
then
is an
Jackson said the
insane image.
unemployed friends at 3 p.m. on a Monday. So that was Jackson.
Damn.
So no points for either of you.
Damn, why did I
However,
say
I
that?
think
What the
this brings up a good conversation about like
I don't remember
texting
this now.
styles, and I feel like the three of us have very distinct texting styles.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, but
fucking
that's not a
not.
text
Jackson
that
was
I
so
would usually say.
confirmed.
I don't think that's anything that I don't usually say that. Dude, I'm
So
boned.
this was a minute ago because this was fat beard, long haired Jake. So like, this was like 3 years ago.
I told you guys, I went
Yeah.
to the fucking archives for this shit.
Damn. Yeah. Shit. All right.
Well, the score still stands. It is 4-1 Jackson.
all right. After you show this, I gotta piss like a racehorse. So show this, and then I'll
Okay.
mull it over. As
Message
I'm
number
Here
7.
we go.
Quote, bro tried
hexing us.
All right. All
bro
right.
tried hexing us.
Okay. All right. I'll go first. This is me because I feel like I distinctly remember saying, like, doing the
Interesting.
hexing meme. Bro tried hexing us.
This is supposed to say tried, not tired, by the way.
Okay. Bro tried hexing us. I will say it was me, and I said, what is this regard to? Fuck, I feel like this was, I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue. It's going to piss me off. Bro tried hexing us. Is the context only the three of us as well, or is any other person involved?
Any group chat that has the three of us in it was fair game.
Okay.
Damn.
I will say it is me saying, and it is in regards to one of those edits that other Jackson does. And there was like a weird
other Jackson.
Other Jackson does, and it's scary. It was like goofy, and I'm like, he tried hexing us. All right, that's my answer.
All right.
Oh, that's a really good answer. That might be on the nail. See, this is also a very Jake coded text, but my initial gut wanted me to say Luke. I think this might be a Luke text. Luke very often talks in bro sentences, like bro tried so and so, and so this feels like it could be Luke. I'm gonna say that. Okay, you know what? This is my final answer, and it sucks because Jake just left. My answer is that this is Luke texting this, and it is in response to a drunken text that made no sense.
All right. I think that's fair. We can sit here and wait, I guess.
How long did this take you to put together?
Oh, damn.
I'm back.
It took me
was quick as hell.
it took me a few hours. It took me like 2 hours, 2 to 3.
Holy shit.
Damn, man.
So
What was Jackson's answer?
Jackson
I said Luke in response to a drunk text.
Bro tried hexing
That
us.
was my. Yeah, that was my. Okay.
That's a good one.
All right. Is that the
But we'll see.
final is that the final answer?
That's
Yes.
the final.
All right. You can click forward. Jake gets 1 point.
I knew I said this shit. Oh!
It is Jake. This is in discussion of, we were discussing Peggy's recent EP, in which other Jackson said by far Peggy's worst. I said, do I even bother? other Jackson said like not even
What did I
close.
unsend?
Burns said yeah for sure. I mean it's 15 minutes. Then Jackson sent something and then immediately unsent it. I don't remember what he sent. Jackson says my bad. BB says thanks. Jackson, yeah, my bad. Okay, people make mistakes. Jake, bro tried hexing us. And then I said, Jackson, I didn't see what you sent and then unsent, but I forgive you.
I think it was a text from the group chat that I just asked. I don't think it was even that deep. I think it was just
No,
like
I
accidentally
literally
sent a
think it
text to
was
my mom
like-
or something.
No, it wasn't even a text. It was like a document. I remember it was like a document. I assumed maybe it was
a
like.
document.
Yeah, I
It was a
assume-
document.
It was a
Dude,
document.
the
I assume it-
accidental document sent.
I assume it might have been like a freelance gimmick, and it was like.
Oh, it was an invoice.
Yes, that's what I think it was.
Invoice. That's what it was.
Yes.
I sent an invoice to the chat.
And I was like,
That's-
oh, there's a
that's
lot
so
of like,
fucking funny.
So
there's a string of like letters and numbers. You tried
Jake,
hexing us.
you do not get the context point, but
But I get
it
a
was
point.
you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Huge.
So the
Fuck,
score
dude.
is now a little bit slimmer. It's 4-2. 4-2.
Huge.
Jackson's
Anyone's
still in
game
the lead.
still.
We got 3 messages left, ladies and gentlemen.
Also,
and MBs.
Jackson, do I need to blur BB's name or is he chill?
I think we've said
Whatever.
his name on here before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think so too. Fuck it.
Quote: a full bottle of Hennessy has been finished.
Okay. I think I know. I think I know who this is.
I also think I know who this is.
All right. Do you want to say it at the
I
same
know.
time?
Actually, I know it, and I know the context, dude. I know exactly when this message was sent.
Do you want to say it at the same time? We'll go 3, 2, 1, blank. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but don't say the context because I'm not supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
about
I'll just say. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Jackson.
it. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said this, and I think the. Do you know the context?
I do not.
Okay. Well then, you say yours first then, because you're gonna know it the second I say it.
I don't know. Okay, if we're going like back in the archives, like perhaps like a breakup or something. If I had to guess, I don't fucking know.
Dude, the drunken breakup Hennessy bottle. Unfortunately, no, because this was 100% when I was on set with a music artist, and they got belligerently drunk and jumped into a pool and got all the equipment wet, and went to the store to get more Hennessy and got more drunk and got kicked off the location.
Was this recent?
This was very recent, and you'll know.
I know
exactly
who it
it
is.
was
Yes,
when
I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do
Yep.
know who it is.
Yes, I do.
And I won't say their name, but that did happen. Yeah. Luke,
Is that final guess for the two of you?
Yeah,
those are final guesses.
I'd
All
say
right.
so.
Well, let me say, you both will be receiving full points here because if you click over, I intentionally did not provide context here. All I provided was BB's message. Woke is finally dead,
Woke is finally
which I
dead.
hearted. And Jackson said a full bottle of Hennessy has been finished, and I said, "My man,"
My man.
in response to who had to finish the Hennessy bottle. I'm going to give both of you context points because I intentionally left context out here.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It is now.
Woke is finally dead.
It is now.
That
it is
was
now-
satire.
Yes, this was satire.
Just tossing it out there.
It is 6-4. We got 2 messages
Okay.
left, you all.
Okay. All right. Anyone's game.
Oh shit.
Quote: I couldn't have done it without you guys. 4 white people forever.
Okay. I think I know who. I would like to guess first.
Okay.
This seems like a Luke thing to say.
You're so right.
I could have done it. I couldn't have done it without you guys. 4 white people forever. I feel like this could be. So it has to be recent because referencing that.
Yeah.
I bet it's just like some stupid shit like, oh, I waited in line in Panda Express for 4 hours and we were like, good job, dude. He was like, couldn't have done it without you guys. So I'll say, I'll keep it vague enough, but also weirdly specific. Waiting in line for fast food, and Luke said it.
Okay.
It sucks because I know that that's like 100% correct. Like I know for a fact it's 100% correct, but I don't want to pussy out and just not and say the same thing. What's the score right now?
It is 6-4. Jackson, you have the lead. So Jake could only tie or be down by 1.
Okay, I'm gonna say Luke too because I have to, but I'm gonna change the context. I think that you were. Is it? Fuck, I don't know. You were doing something fucking stupid, and you were like commentating it. Like that's what it was, but I don't remember what it was.
Too vague.
Okay. You said he was going to get food. I think you were making food. I think you were like learning how to make a dish or something, and you're like, I'm cooking up some fire, like pasta right now.
That's also a good one.
I do love
That
making
is
pasta.
that's what I think.
All right, so is that your
that's
guess?
my vote. That's
All
my
right.
guess.
Feel free to click forward. You both are correct. It was me.
Yeah.
The context is not correct.
Oh yeah,
correct.
oh yeah. It
I
was.
lost
Stupid
my journal. I have a journal that I write in, and it's literally like I write about my day. I write about how I'm feeling. I literally pour my heart out into this journal. And I was-
All three
The
of us like that
lifeline.
message.
and I was freaking out because
Full
I had
marks for that
lost
one.
it, and I was afraid I had left it at work, and I didn't want any of my coworkers getting into my journal that was very deeply personal. So I said, lost my journal, and Loki freaking out about it. Phoebe said, you have to get it back. Jackson, oh boy. I skipped some of the messages because it was a bit too private, and then I said, but I literally just found it, so we chilling. Phoebe, you got it back. I said I couldn't have done it without you guys. 4 white people forever. In reference to the title of our group chat, 4 white people, because we are in fact 4 white people. And I was
massive.
And
Truer statements have never
I gotta
said.
say, it's always a good feeling when the entire group chat reacts to your message. It's always a
That
good
is true.
feeling.
It's always a good feeling when you get those full hearts, dude.
The best.
Huge
It is the best feeling in the world. it's like everyone liking your story, essentially.
Yeah, dude, just the best.
Dude,
Best.
it's the best. I love social media interaction.
And then everyone cheered.
So that means it is 7-5. Jackson is up. Jake's
So
gonna
the
have to make.
only
Jackson's
thing
gonna
I
have
can
to
pray for is Jackson
Is a
getting
tie.
nothing right
Is me
and
blowing
me
it.
sweeping this one to tie, which is
It
not
could
looking
happen.
likely. It could happen. It could happen. Very
All right,
possible.
Here we go.
final
Oh
message.
shit! The final message.
Final message.
Here we
period.
go, guys.
Message number
Locked
10
in.
reads as
Punctuation.
follows. Quote, how I'm about to start staring at motherfuckers.
Wow.
How I'm about to start staring at motherfuckers. All right. I think. Okay.
Jake, since you're down, do you want to go first, or would you like me to go first? Leave it up to you.
I guess I'll let you go first, just because I'm stuck between two, and maybe hearing your rationale will flip me.
Okay. I think that this is Jake.
That didn't help me at all. Fuck.
Was it between two, like the other two people?
Yes,
That's funny.
sir.
I think this is Jake. I think that this is how I'm about to. Maybe this is in reference to like a. I don't know, dude. I think this might be in reference to like an image that was sent, like a meme, or some sort of like cursed image, and you're like, how I'm about to start staring at motherfuckers.
All right.
That's all I got, though, dude.
All
That's
right.
all I got from this.
I am going to say. I'm going to say Jackson on this one. I will say Jackson. How am I just staring at motherfuckers? Okay, I will say it is in regards to Jackson doing something weird in public, and then the people like are going to notice and stare. So his response is how I'm about to start staring at motherfuckers. Like he's going to flip the script and
that's
stare
good.
at them. That is what I
good.
think is going to happen.
Ah,
How
that's
I'm
really
about to
good.
start
Fuck.
staring at motherfuckers.
Are you all confident in these answers?
Not even a little
Not
bit.
at all.
Nope.
Not
Well,
even a tad.
Nah.
Jackson,
No.
are you locking in regardless? Same for you, Jake.
I'm
Yeah,
locking it,
regardless,
locking it.
yeah.
Feel free to click ahead.
Here we go.
It was me.
No way!
And I had sent
Cameron Winter, you
the
did it
album
again, you
cover
Double
for
L.
heavy-
The double L.
heavy metal, and I said how I'm about to start staring at motherfuckers because he is wide-eyed. In
He's
that album cover.
wide-eyed and crazy looking.
Wow.
And that
And that concludes.
Feel free to click to next slide. Did I say
yeah,
get ready for a potential tiebreaker? I should have said get ready for the tiebreaker round now.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, the tiebreaker round is as follows. It is one single question. It is the ultimate test of friendship. That may get you the win. It may not. Whatever. We're going to do it regardless. Jake, unfortunately...
Yeah, we already lost.
Yeah, you did lose.
The L has been taken, but it's
But
still...
we're
it's
going to do this
We'll participate.
round.
Yeah, we'll participate.
Yeah, we're going to do this round. This is a really easy question. I want to make it very clear. You all are not allowed to look up the answer to this, but this is really easy because we're all such close friends. And I want to make it very clear we're not going to move on until someone gets this right.
I think I know.
Oh my
I think
God.
I have a feeling of what this is.
So
I think
I have no idea what this is.
you can click to the next question. When is my
I
birthday?
knew it. Yes.
Oh,
April.
no.
April
Dude,
20.
dates are my
third.
worst thing.
I'm not saying
April
anything until
21st.
someone gets it right.
April 21st,
Oh my
April
God.
22nd,
Dude,
April
I
23rd,
forgot-
April
I almost
24th,
forgot my
April
parents'
25th,
birthday.
April
Oh my God.
27th, 6th, April 28th, April 11th,
May 9th. May 7th. Oh my God, dude. We're about to read the whole calendar.
April,
Oh my God, dude. this is
Just my
dude, this is
birthday, you
horrible.
guys. Just my birthday.
April 19th,
Wow.
April 18th,
Yeah. May 1st. May 2nd.
April
May 3rd,
7th,
May 4th.
April
May 5th. May 6th. May 7th. May 8th.
April 9th,
May 9th. May 10th.
April, fuck,
May 11th. May 12th. May 13th. May
April,
14th. May 15th. No. Dude, no.
April
Dude,
15th,
this is
April 10th.
punishment, dude.
April.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes,
Jake, April 10th.
Damn, I said every number besides the 10th, bro. I knew it was April, bro.
Jake, you receive 1 point for that.
Woo!
So the final score comes down
No way.
to 7-6.
Fuck me.
Jackson-
Wait, so that means if I had one less point, if I had one more point, and then I got this right,
Yep.
we would have needed a tiebreaker for the tiebreaker.
Yep. But yeah, I mainly left this
Wow,
in here
dude.
so that I can remember that forever. That's recorded now.
There you go.
Uh,
Hey, I was
so
hovering
fucked
in
up.
the area, bro.
Well, congrats to Jackson for winning. You can click to the next slide.
Boo.
Jackson is definitely
Jackson
losing.
is
his
definitely
shit if he
losing
wins
his
You
the-
have
shit.
no faith.
Congrats, I guess. Well, Jackson, you've lost like the last few.
Facts.
Nuh-uh.
I wasn't. I was. I was. Look,
Nuh-uh.
this is just. I was taking my DraftKings odds, bro. All right. I was just
He's
doing what I
picking-
had to do.
All right.
He was
Fair
picking
enough,
the
fair
over.
enough.
All right.
Right.
Well, Jake, I guess you were the loser. Do not click
All right.
forward yet, Jackson. I
Okay.
need
Okay.
you to immediately be prepared for whatever the punishment is
Okay.
going to happen.
Okay.
Jackson is
I
prepared.
have to be prepared.
Well, we all need to be prepared because I'm gonna have some instructions. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Jake,
when
you're
I'm
the
good to
loser. This is your punishment.
Okay.
10-minute solo outro gag starts now. Me and
brother.
Jackson are going to leave the room. I'm going to stop screen sharing. Jackson, stop sharing your screen. I'm going
All right,
to
screen sharing seems
I'm going
crazy.
to mute my mic and I'm going to leave the room.
Yo, this
Jake,
is a
Tight
punishment.
10 right now.
I have a 10-minute timer ready. I'm going to step out of the room, hang out with my roommate and his friend that are outside. I will be back in here once you're done.
Luke.
Jackson.
Luke, wait. Can we start the timer at the same time so we don't want to come back
Yes, yes.
Okay. So when you say a gag, does this have to be like a bit, or do I just have to talk
You
for 10 minutes?
need to do a bit.
in? Whatever you got to do.
I need to
This
do
is
a
a
bit?
I guess
you
you
need to
gotta
do
do
a
a
bit. This is a
Oh,
bit, my
fuck.
friend, and I
Okay.
will see what the bit is when you edit this episode. I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute and deafen right now.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start the timer for 10 minutes in 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, Jake.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. All right. And they leave, too. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. Well, that's... Jax is turning off his microphone. All right. Well, I guess that's my punishment. Damn. How lonely. The loser is so lonely in defeat. All right. So I guess I'm doing a gag. So, how how about I do like a gimmick, right? I'll do a gimmick where it's like, I am a dude who like, all right, POV. No, ready? We're gonna get real into this. Everything's like set up right now, so this actually might be crazy. All right, this might kill me some time because I gotta set up. So give me. Actually, no, I don't. Ready for this shit? All right. So we're gonna do one of those gimmicks where it's like POV, blah 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 to blah blah blah. You know those things? Set this shit up. Okay, we're gonna do one of those gimmicks where it's like, yo, the most annoying guy in the world shows you his record collection. So that's what we're going to do because this is still kind of like a music podcast, believe it or not, ladies and germs. I should have set a fucking timer because I don't know how long I'm doing this shit for. Fuck. All right. So the outro gag is POV, the most annoying guy you know in the world is invited you over to their home and they're showing you their record collection. So we're going to do that. All right. Maybe I should turn up the brightness ever so slightly. Man, those fuckers. You know, if Jackson didn't bitch out and didn't go with Luke, I probably would have tied in that tiebreaker, and then they wouldn't know what to do. All right, ready? So, outro gag starts now. Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, come on in. Have a seat. You know, my casa es su casa. Haha. Yeah. Check it out. The place is cool. You know. It's only like $3,600. That's not bad. Where I am, you know, it's chill. You know, landlord is he's aight. Yeah. No, yeah. You want a drink? You want something? No, I don't got none of that, man. Again, you know, I don't be drinking water. Like I'm getting out of the matrix. But I do want to show you this one thing really quick, right? So check this shit out. These are called vinyl records, right? Oh, you know what they are? Yeah. I thought I did too. Well, check this shit out, dude. What you don't know about them is these things play music. Can you believe that? Yeah, man. Dude, I love these things. These things are my babies. Low-key, they are my babies. Like, every single one has its own unique story and background. Like, my favorite artists of all time appear here. And it's like, you know, not a lot of people do this. So, like, I feel like it makes me feel really, like, different and special and unique. Because, like, you know, people don't listen to music how they do nowadays, man. They listen to that surface level shit. But me, man, nah, I'm deeper than that. I got records. So yeah. Oh, what's up? Oh, you're still thirsty? I still don't have any water, bro. Sorry, I hate to break it to you, but I do have something for you. I got some cool records that I could show you. How about that? All right, man. I don't know where to start. I just got so many. I mean, you know, there are some good ones. You know, I could go alphabetical order if you really want to. You know, we could really start from the beginning. Some Aesop Rock. You heard of Aesop Rock? Yeah, he's in a group with Tobacco. It's called Malibu Ken. It's not the group, but it's the album. So it could be really sick. But you know, I know it's a lot of stuff here, so I don't want to spend too much time with you. But here, let's go through some albums that like the underground. Like they're super underground. They're super niche. I don't really think many people are going to be fucking with it, but like, you know, I'm a record collector, so it's like the type of shit where it's like, you know, only I got the real shit, you know, everyone else is just kind of surface level. So first indie pick that I have for you, so this artist called Tyler the Creator, right? And don't forget the comma. He has a little comma next to his name, and that's very important to his message as a musician, right? All right, so this guy is super sick because he used to be in a group called Ill Future. Yeah, that's the name of it. And then he went solo, said some like bad words, and he's like, no, everyone likes him again. Yo, check this shit out. This is a really cool technique because, you know, album photo goes here, and then in the little fine print, I don't know if you could say it. I know you can't read. I'll read it for you, big dog. An amazing photographer and I took some sick photos for this album that were supposed to go here, but her agents or whatever the fuck, or what the fuck ever said that this couldn't happen. So I relied on cell phone pics. Love you, blank. Next time. And then that's hilarious. That's like a great bit. That's super funny. And, you know, not a lot of people know that you can be funny and make good music, which is like, you know, it's a lost art these days. Most people are just doing one or the other, but, you know, this small artist, Tyler the Creator, he's doing both. I really recommend you check him out, dude. He really has some good shit. You know, he's super underground, super like niche. If sounds like something you'd fuck with, Highly recommend you doing that. All right, what else do we got here? All right. So what kind of music do you like, by the way? I probably have some, I listen to just so much damn music. I bet I have something that you really enjoy, right? Oh, yeah. I remember liking that when I was 15, too. Yeah, no. I have some indie rock. Some indie rock. Well, like, what even is indie rock when you think about it? Like, indie? Like what classifies something as indie? The definition of the word is independent. So, like, independent rock, so that means nothing with a label can be considered indie rock. Like, people got to think about these things before they just say the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. All right, here's a nice little obscure indie rock project. Again, not super well known, but I think something that you could probably get into. So there's this band. Well, see, you'd think it was a band, but really, it's just one guy. Tame Impala, right? So the name Tame Impala, it's like a car, right? And you'd think since it's like an interesting name, it's like a band. It's just one guy. Can you freaking believe it? And this album, The Slow Rush, is a bit older in his catalog discography, and the album cover has sand on it, so that's epic. I'm itching my nose. Don't worry about that. And then check this out. The inside has a bunch of sand. Look at all that sand. And that, see him? That's Mr. Impala. That's the one guy. Don't really know how many people know that, or if they've even heard of Tame Impala. Tame Impala really is like underground. He's indie. He's cool. He's hip, but like not super well known. And it's really disappointing. He could go big one day. I definitely think so. All right, yeah. So I got indie rock. I got like that shit. Like what like any other type of music you like that I probably have. Electronic, you say? Ah, man. Electronic. What a wide range of inspirations that can hold. Electronic can mean so many different things to so many different people. Ah, man, electronic music. A lot of people think electronic music is like that dubstep, more like dub shit. That stuff ain't good. So like, don't worry, I'll put you on that good electronic music, that type of electronic music where you're like, you know what? I'm listening to something really deep. I'm listening to something really special. And I'm listening to something that, like, isn't really heard often. I'm all about giving the smaller artists more of a leg to stand on because, it's hard to make music these days. It's like it's hard to get big making music these days. So, like, all right, here's one that is pretty obscure with it. And it has electronic elements to it. But, I think this artist is definitely on the rise. So this guy's name is Travis Scott, right? So he dropped an album that I would consider like an electronic magnum opus, right? Fittingly called Utopia, right? Because that's where like cool shit happens. Like, so this guy, he was making music for a while, and then he's like, yeah, I'm going to like fall on the album cover, and then we're going to put some weird noises in there because there's like some weird shit in there. You got fucking like one of the songs, dude. Like, yeah, those things are sick. They're really electronic. They're really weird. They're goofy, and they're like, they're different. They're experimental, if you will. It really do be changing up the sound in a way that I never thought possible. So shout out to that underground artist. I really think that he's going to blow up sooner rather than later. So shout out to him. But yeah, all right. Indie, electronic, yeah, dude, I love any type of music. Yeah, dude, it's so sick. Well, all right, big boy, you think you've heard it all? How about this? Shut up and check this shit out, right? This is probably my favorite album of all time, right? So this album's called Pulse Demon, right? Check this shit out. Yeah, you didn't even know Paper could do that. No way, it's been 10 minutes already. Look at me go. All right, that's enough. Out of my house. Get the fuck out of here. You never listen to noise. Get fucked, idiot. Die in a hole. Don't even give a fuck. Don't give a single fuck. Bye.